So we have news on the new Twist season. This is going to be releasing on the 1st of June, and it's going to end on July 31st. I'll probably play it a lot, to be honest. It's kind of cool. You can see a lot of the heroes that are going to be in it. You can see them all right here. We already know about it. Yeah, but the main reason I wanted to talk about this is because we can actually look through the decks and the hero powers and the passives of everything, because every hero is going to have a set hero power, set passive, and set deck. We start, with Illidan. The hero power is Demon Spite, 1 mana plus 1 attack and life steal this turn. Okay. The passive is Fell Inside. After a friendly character attacks, reduce the cost of a Fell spell in your hand by 1. Whispering Workshop Heroes, June Twist Season. Okay. And then here's the deck. Grave Defiler, Deck of Chaos. I really wish we got to see the actual images of the cards, because I know the names of a lot of cards, but it's a lot easier to visualize what's actually in, a deck if you can actually see the cards. That's why I like using Elise Spot almost exclusively for when I have decks. So it's kind of hard to show what this is, and I'm not going to... There's no way I could just, do every single card. So we're kind of just going to go through some of the smaller stuff. Cost of Fell spells, so stuff like Taste of Chaos. I think Chaos Strike is a Fell spell. Falso Fanatic draws Fell spells. Faux Barrage, obviously. And then it tops off with Jace. This one's actually really cool, I'm not gonna lie. And it's after a friendly character attacks. So your 1 mana hero power does count, actually, which is really cool. So every time you attack, you reduce the cost of a Fell spell in your hand by 1. And then you have, 1 mana lifesteal hero power is pretty decent. Coordinated Strike is the 3 mana summon 3/3/3s, if I remember correctly, so that's kind of good. But yeah, there's a lot of these, so I'm going to go kind of quickly, actually. This one also has 40 health, or something like Alakira doesn't. Alakira has 35 health. Elemental Evocation. After you play Legendary Elemental, call upon the power of an element. So I assume that's going to be, either the Brukan Elemental Evocation or the Kalamos one. Not too sure how good that will be, to be honest, because playing Legendary Elementals probably not the easiest, but I don't know. Then, Obey My Command, 1 mana, give a minion Divine Shield and Taunt. That's pretty good, actually. Giving a minion Divine Shield and Taunt for 1 minion will help against any of the aggressive heroes in this mode. But yeah, Legendary Elementals, you have... Alar, that's the first one. Mezzadune, Waxadread, Baron, Kalamos, Siamat, Scar, Therazane, Alakir, Rag. So it's all... Your passive basically doesn't kick in until, 5 mana, because Alar is a 5 mana minion. That's kind of rough, actually. This one might be one of the worst ones. It might... Just based off that, I don't know what the other ones look like yet, but, the fact that your passive... which is, 1/3 of your character, only triggers once you have a 5 mana card, that's going to add up. Let's look at Rafam, 35 health. Behold my stuff, your legendary cards cost 1 less. I think I will take it. 1 mana, discover a spell from your opponent's class that costs 3 or less. That's... The legendaries cost 1 less definitely has a lot better implications. Ivis, as a 1 mana legendary, is cool. Finley, Sphere, Aslo... Oh, is your entire deck legendaries? Oh, that's actually kind of really cool. Yeah. Getting, you could have some pretty crazy high rolls, actually. Your turn 2, you could play, multiple legendary minions by, turn 1 and 2. You could play Ivis and Finley on 1, and Sphere of Sapience on top of your hero power. All on 1. That's a pretty big high roll, actually. That might be really good. Then you have Leroy. Let's do this. Both player cards cost 1 less. Trigger that with Rafam. Reckless Reinforcement. 0 mana. The next minion you play this turn costs health instead of mana. Scroll all the way. Your highest cost minion is 3 mana. So that's why. But all of your cards cost 1 less. So... that is kind of cool. This is definitely going to be an aggressive-focused hero. Aggressively focused. You have a bunch of buff spells. First Day of School. So you can play a bunch... First Day of School is really fucking broken with this, actually, because you can play 3 1-drops on turn 1. That's kind of nuts, actually. because First Day of School gives you 3 1-mana minions. Does it? Or does it give you 2? It might have been. I think it got nerfed, actually. It was 0 mana get 2, then it was 1 mana get 3, and then I think it's 1 mana get 2 now, actually. But still, getting a bunch of 1-drops on 1 is very strong. And then any 2-drop you can play as well. Yeah, that's a huge high roll. Knife Juggler fits into that. This is definitely an aggressively themed one, which is why I'm saying something like Alakir kind of feels like it would probably not be that great, especially compared to something like this. Kael'thas Sunstrider, Fell Fueled, cards that didn't start in your deck cost 1 less. At the start of your turn, get a playable spell, discard at the end of your turn. That's interesting. And then you have 35 health. Does everything have the same amount of cards? No. You have 45 cards, but other ones have different amount. This one's definitely the hardest one to evaluate because random cards are random, so I don't even want to talk about it. You're gonna top end with Raw Math, which is cool. Cho'Gall actually makes a lot of sense because you're discarding from your passive. You have Leyline Manipulator, so yeah, this one definitely is cool. I am Inevitable. Cthulhu starts in your hand. After 2 friendly minions die, give your Cthulhu +1/+1. Wow, that's cool. This is actually a really cool one, Cthulhu. This is a late game bomb. Your Cthulhu is eventually going to get huge and just kill your opponent. That's really cool. You have like a bunch of token cards. Yeah, a bunch of token cards. You have Veclore, actually, which is cool. Trial by Fire. This deck is actually a really cool one. I will definitely be wanting to play Cthulhu, personally. Then you have Nozdormu. It's about time. Start with an extra mana crystal. If 30 seconds, take your turn. Okay. Draw a dragon. It costs 1 less. The 30 seconds take your turn probably will hurt for like your first few times playing this class, but after a while it wouldn't really matter. I'm scrolling through it kind of slow if you just want to pause. That's what I've been trying to do for them all. I mean, you can also find it. I'll put it in the description actually if you want the link to the PDF. Then you have Onyxia. So yeah, you have a lot of dragons, and then you start with more mana crystals. Probably, I don't know. A lot of these are really hard to rate. I think Leroy is going to be It's just going to be good because you can just like flood the fuck out of the board, and doesn't look like that much removal, but yeah. After you spend a corpse, summon a risen skeleton with stats equal to the corpse spent. That's kind of cool. 2 mana, summon a 1/1 zombie with reborn and charge, dies at the end of the turn. Okay, so it's just a way to get more corpses. This one is one of the few, actually, that has 2s instead of all 1s, I've noticed. I mean, obviously for legendaries, you have 1s. Only 1 Sickly Grimewalker, which is actually really interesting that they really are like, yeah, 2 Sicklies, probably too strong. But yeah, this is pretty simple. You have like Fistful of Corpses could get you like a giant Risen Skeleton, of course. You have Stitch Giant to pay it off. Corpse Bride can get you 2 10/10s. That's pretty cool. Zyrella, 30 health, Purifying Shard. Your max health is 60. Reach it to win the game. Damaging the enemy heals your hero. Oh yeah, this is one that a lot of people are talking about is really interesting. If you get to 8 mana, you restore 4 health from your hero power, so you can heal yourself up. And then your whole game plan is just healing yourself, right? This one's probably going to be pretty decent, actually, I think. Just having like a known game plan will make this one definitely good early on. Soul Mirror is your top end, and Aman'Thul. Light Shower Elemental, Kartu, yeah. Patches, 35 health, locked and loaded. After you summon a pirate, it deals 1 damage to a random enemy. Draw a pirate. I'm in charge. Draw a pirate. Cost reduced by 1 after you play a pirate. So this is like similar to Patches, Hero Power, and Battlegrounds, where like instead of discover, it's draw. Is Patches himself in this deck? No. That's kind of funny. Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he is right here. So they know. This is very aggressive. Again, these aggressive oriented ones will probably be pretty decent, at least for the first like maybe few days, because they're a lot easier to play, and a lot of these heroes like have pretty low health, but that's made up for they have like relatively high health at 35 and higher, but that's made up for the fact that you have such aggressive options like this passive. You have Toybo, Skybard, Swordfish, Edwin, and then Hooktusk and Smite are your top end. That's cool. Finley, Scale Justice. Your Murlocs have Rush, 1 mana, draw a Murloc. That's cool. Adaptation. What's your top end? Everything is awesome. Sorry. And Rotgill. This one, again, aggressively oriented. It probably will be pretty decent. King Crush. After you cast a spell, reduce the cost of your beast in your hand by the spell's cost. That's kind of cool. 6 mana plus 8 attack this turn. That's really funny, actually. I'm going to look through this one because I'm going to definitely want to try and play Crush. Ricochet, Tracking, Urchin Spine, Moonprey, Barrel Monkeys, Bullet Shot. What are your beasts? They're all super high cost beasts. Amani Warbear. So Dread is 6 mana. Warbear is 7 mana. Behemoth is 7 mana. Kalak is 7 mana. Druid of the Plains 7 mana. 7 mana. Mosh is 8 mana. Or no, Mosh is 7 mana, sorry. Tyrannosaurus is 7. 7, 9, 9, 9, 10, 10, 25. Oh, wait. You don't have any holy spells, so you're going to have to just hit Shirvala a lot with spells, right? Because you don't have any holy spells? Yeah. That's a little weird, actually. But I don't... This one seems like it's going to be really bad, actually, now that I think about it. Because you don't have very many spells that cost a lot of mana, and you have a lot of expensive beasts. This one looks like it's going to be pretty bad, in my opinion. Rapid Growth, after you summon a Treant, adapt it randomly. That's cool. 1 mana, get a 2/2 Treant. That's kind of cool. Does it have Beanstalk? It does have Beanstalk. Okay. This one's probably going to be really strong. Cultivation. Rock the Lar. What? Oh, there are no minions. Yeah, Feldori Warband. Deal with the Devil. Yeah, there's no minions in this deck. That's actually kind of interesting. So you actually are making use of the spell... or the no minion package stuff. And then, of course, you have, like, Overrun Beanstalk, Drum Circle, Dr. Boom... Apparently, mech die, shuffle a bomb in your opponent's deck. That's really cracked. And then, yeah, summon a 1/1 Boombot. So, synergize with that. That's kind of interesting. Glowtron, Drone, Power Mace, Memoron. That's cool. Skyclaw gives you a lot of mechs. Yeah, this is really fucking strong, actually. What the hell? You have so many cheap mechs that are all shuffling bombs in your opponent's deck. That's crazy. Zul'jin, after you play Secret, summon a 2/2 Berserker. Discover a secret, it costs 1 less. But you do have Blackjack Stunner. That alone tells me this one's not going to be bad. Costume Singer, Secret Keeper, Throwglaive. You definitely you have Product 9. Petting Zoo, Sparkthrow Cheat. King Plush is your top end. That's weird. Starstrong Bow is great. Sage. Yeah, this one's probably going to be, again, more aggressively focused. Zoth, after you play Death Rattle minion, triggers Death Rattle. Wow. Summon a 1/1 copy of the last Death Rattle minion you played. Wow. Okay. Batty, yeah, this is really cool. Batty Guess, Zombie. Dead Ringer draws you a card instantly. Grandmother. Ectoplasm, you get a 2/2. Shredder, you get a 2-drop. And then top is Stoneborn General. This is the 8-mana 8/8 Rush. That will summon another Rush. Obsidian Statue is going to kill something. Wretched Queen summons big taunts. Yeah, this one looks really cool. Bran, if you play Battlecry minion, transform it into a random beast of the same cost. Your next Battlecry triggers twice. That's crazy. Alley Cat. Mystery Winner. What's your top end look like? Alexstrasza, so you get like 9 mana ones. It'll probably have a curated pool, so you might get Crush or Plush pretty consistently. Gigafin, Geppetto. Oh, Gigafin is insane because it gets transformed, so you don't. So if you play Gigafin and eat their board, it's always gone. That's actually really cool. Lothab, former champ, that's a big one. Dynamatic is a big one. Bomb Squad's a big one. Yeah, this one looks really cool. I'm definitely going to play the shit out of Bran. Guff, 35, of course, Might of the Fang. After your hero attacks or gains attack, they also gain that much armor. So it's the opposite of Odin. +1 attack this turn, usable twice a turn. That's really cool. Jolly Roger for an attack synergy, Skewer the Deck, Slither Spear, Toxic Reinforcements. Wow. This one's really fucking cool. I love hero power. Panthara, Pavercraft Angel. Oh my gosh. Savage Striker. Wicked Claw? That's funny. That's supposed to be Wicker Claw. I'm taking a screenshot of that. Oops. Alright, where were we? Yeah, Wicker Claw. Defies Cannoneer, that's cool. Hook Fist. Frost Giant, that's cool. Paletris, that's really cool. Shock Spitter, that's awesome. Yeah, this one's really cool. I'm gonna play the fuck out of the Guff one. Arphis, Dig Up. After you play a Frostroom card, Excavate, swap to Unholy. Legendary treasures are random. Okay. So it's obviously changes which one each turn, but that's... Oh yeah, it says right here. Give a dog a bone. Summon 3 corpses. Each reduce the cost of a card in your hand. I think we actually saw that. I don't know. I'm a little less interested in this one, so I'll scroll through it slowly. Oh, and that's the last one. Okay. Yeah, if you ask me, I think Guff is going to be really interesting. Brand's going to be interesting. Zul'jin's going to be really interesting. Dr. Boom's going to be really good. Where else? Patches will probably be really strong. Xyrella. Cthulhu definitely is cool. I don't know if he's going to be any good. And then Leroy. Those are the ones that I think will be the best, in my opinion. They're aggressively focused for most of them. Technically, Xyrella is aggressively focused as well, which is interesting. But I think these ones have like an actual game plan other than just lol randomly discover cards, which a lot of them feel like. So, yeah. This is probably one of the least interesting videos I've ever made in my entire life, but if you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell me anything down below. Which one of these are you going to want to play day 1? And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Rising again, darker than they've ever been.